So, hello and welcome back to the cast recording project in week 3. This upload is a little late. It's on Friday rather than on Wednesday, as I had said. But that is due to the fact that I was very busy with exams and everything, and that's why I wasn't able to upload. But now exams are over and I'll be able to upload again. So this week we're playing Overwatch. This is a quite popular game, and you might know it, you might not, but I'm here to guide you through it and to show you what it's all about. Again, a fair warning, there might be swearing in the video, especially with this game because it makes me very angry. So we'll just see how it goes. So this game is a very PvP focused game, so we'll just kind of queue into a game here and pick one of the characters and wait till the stupid models load in. There we go. And the objective of this game is just to defend or escort a point and kill your enemies. So all of these people that I'm shooting at are other players. So my objective is mainly just to kill them and avoid being killed, just like I did there. And you can see the kill count. So this week will be PvP focused, no Minecraft, no PvE, no anything, just kind of shooting a bunch of things. The next upload will be tomorrow, but let's just focus on this one for now. So I'll give you some tips to help you in your Overwatch journey. We're playing a basic mode, no competitive bullshit yet, just some basic PvP. Gonna try to get some nice kills and whatnot. But we kind of queued into a game that was already going on here, so we'll probably lose this rather quickly. Yep, as we did there. And I have to also warn you, the chat over here might get a little toxic, because Overwatch players love to get toxic. Now, a first tip that I have, after finishing a game, you can press N on your keyboard, and you can endorse people, so you can show that people were friendly and everything, and they get these little rings, these little endorsement levels. I also have one up here that continues with the more endorsements you get, and it gives you a little bit of extra XP if you do it. So that is always something you want to do. Now I'll explain the little setup over here. So also currently there's an event going on, but that is not important. So you have quick play, which is just a basic mode, but it's you have to select which roles you'd like to play. So you can queue as a tank, which is the shield, as a damage character, which is the bullets, and as a support character, which is the little health cross kind of thing. There is these practice modes as well, the tutorial, the practice range, and practice versus AI. And there's a whole bunch of other modes, like arcade has different ones, like capture the flag and 8 versus 8 player deathmatch, mirror deathmatch, mystery heroes, so that means you get random characters, 4v4 deathmatch, and the classic quick play mode, which is just you being able to pick whatever character you want to. There's also a competitive mode that you can choose, which will require you to queue as one of the roles again, as previously said, and it will give you certain rewards like competitive points that you can then use to buy weapons and stuff, or weapon skins rather. There's also the game browser, which allows you to find player-made games, so custom games, and there's a whole bunch of them. And there's also the hero gallery. This is where you can see all the different heroes in the game, and you can equip neat looking skins on them. You have 4 technically rarities. White, which is just always the classic skin for that hero. That's the skin the hero will come with. A rare skin, or 4 rare skins, which just kind of recolor the character a little bit, like this. So you can see that it's just slightly different from the original. Purple or epic skins, which add a little bit of extra like flair to the character. Like you see this one has the hood on, and if I put on this one, she does not have the hood on. This one gives her like a face mask. This one also gives her kind of a mask. This one gives her a very terrifying, disgusting mask. And this one turns her into a fox or something, I don't know. And then you have legendary skins, golden, which change a lot about the character. So you can see that her gun and everything is also different. It has like a different kind of skin on it. And there's a whole bunch of these. And that's for all kinds of different characters here in the roster. So, as I mentioned before, you can go into the competitive mode to purchase weapon skins later on. Currently in the game there's only one variant of the normal weapon, which is the golden one. You need 3,000 competitive points, which is this little currency up here. I have 543 currently. You need 3,000 to buy one golden weapon, and that looks like this. So on this character I have the golden weapon. And yes, I have the golden weapon for 3 different characters. This guy, and this one that you just saw a moment ago, as well as, where is he? There he is. As well as this guy's gone. So yeah, and basically we're just gonna I'm gonna show you guys the tutorial so you can learn about the game, and then we're gonna play another little bit of PvP there, as you saw me play before. And I'll teach you guys the basics of this game. Or I'll let the AI assistant Cortana, just kidding, it's not Cortana, teach you the basics of the game. Also, my game language is in Korean, don't mind that. But you can see the subtitles, so it's fine. So here's Tracer, one of the characters, who's gonna teach us how to play. So to look around, you obviously look around with your mouse, and we're just gonna have to follow Tracer. You guys can read the subtitles because I don't feel like changing the game language again. You press W and S to move forward and backward, fairly basic. A and D to move sideways, also fairly basic. Now I have to follow Tracer here. Continue following Tracer. Yes, yes, yes. We know, we know. And now she's gonna disappear, probably, after we jump onto the ledge with space. And there she goes. So we're gonna have to go to the highlighted area here. And now we're gonna learn how to use our gun. So down here is the portrait, which displays our health and the character we're playing. Our main weapon is the heavy pulse rifle, which we have here. And we're just gonna have to kind of shoot at the bot here. You can also melee things with C, or V in my case. I rebound that. So you see that I can punch, and obviously I can shoot. It's fairly basic stuff. Kind of like what we saw in Destiny 2. If you remember that, 2 weeks ago. So now we're just gonna have to kind of kill these bots real quick. And you can see that their health bar, which is above their heads, is getting depleted as I shoot them. And obviously you press R to reload or run out of ammo and auto reload. Now this is important, our abilities. You usually have 2 or more abilities, one that is bound to shift usually and one that is bound to E, so I can press shift to sprint. And this character, Soldier 76, the one that I am forced to play by the tutorial, can also use a biotic field which heals him, which is bound to E. So we plop that down, we see there's this little circle, and we just kind of heal ourselves in that. And abilities always go into a little cooldown, which you can see down there. And once it's off cooldown, we can use it again, like that. And lastly, we have our alternate fire, which is the Helix rockets that is bound to left click, and you kind of just fire it and it does like a little explosion thing. And lastly, every character gets an ultimate ability, which is bound to the Q button. And it is an ability that's very powerful usually, but you have to charge it up first. And it's down there, the little percentage bar that's on 0, now on 1. So, we're gonna have to charge the visor by damaging these bots that are here. Obviously, headshots kill things faster and give you slightly more ult charge, or they charge it faster at least. So you can also use our abilities, and now we have the tactical visor. And what this ultimate does, it allows us to basically activate an aim assist and just not miss. So we press Q, and then I can just kind of sit here and let them die, while I don't really have to aim. Now the final thing that we're gonna be doing here is capturing an objective. Basically, you see this little icon, it says attack, or in the defender's case, defend. And to capture it, you just kind of have to run onto it and wait for the capture bar up there to be full. And then you'll have that objective captured. You can obviously use all your abilities while you're capturing stuff. And that is it for the tutorial. That's the basics of the game. You have different objectives in the actual game, however, and you'll be probably seeing a few of those while I play the PvP modes here. So let's get into that. So we're just gonna queue up for classic quick play, because I do not feel like selecting my roles in the one that's over here, because that's quite annoying. And yeah, also I should probably explain this event. There's a Lunar New Year event going on currently for Overwatch, and you can press this little button and you can see that there's a whole bunch of new skins for characters and new emotes as well, which you can use in game, victory poses, which you'll see when you win a match, new voice lines, which I can't show that because obviously my game is in Korean, but yours will probably be bound to whichever language you are, whichever country you're in. So we queued into a fresh match here. We have 30 seconds to assemble our team to pick the characters we want to, and you can choose between all of these characters, except for ones that have already been chosen, obviously. So you have your basic rules like tanks, which try to keep the team alive and protect them. Damage, which try to just kill the enemy as fast as possible. And supports, which kind of just, well, heal people. And I see that we have one support, but no tanks, so I'll go with a tank. This character is quite fun. His name is Winston, and what he does is he has like a, on his left click he has a little electric zap kind of thing, which you can see here, and as long as I hold the button down it's gonna keep firing. He has a bubble on E, which kinda has 700 HP as you see up there, and you can get into it, it protects your teammates from damage. And he has a jump on shift, so you can jump up and land a little further away. Good for mobility, good to get away from enemies. So, but also good to dive onto them, which is something that I like to do. But let's just play the game and you guys can see how this game actually works out. So usually what I do is, when I'm playing Winston, I die first of all. I jump in with my shift. I then place a bubble immediately as I land to protect myself from any damage, and that way I can usually pick up 1 or 2 kills fairly easily. But right now that appears to not be working. Also you can crouch. That's something that the tutorial doesn't tell you, but I don't really use it. So I'm getting healed by our healer here, but this is still rather dangerous because they are capturing the point. And there I go to the moon. And gone forever. So they've captured the objective. Now we have to halt this little payload over here. It says P defend. We're gonna have to stop them from pushing it all the way to the end. You can see by the little progress bar up there how far it is. So, I hope I'll be able to give you guys some useful tips as well. So, I'm gonna try to pick up some ultimate here. Some ultimate charge. As you see, my little bar is getting charged slowly. And get some kills maybe. Now, this guy can't fight because he is a direct counter to me. That is Reaper. He has shotguns and he's very, very good at killing tanks. If you play him right. Which this guy appears to not be doing. Okay, he's dead, very nice. And yeah, he kind of sort of counters me because I am a tank. So let's kill this big guy, that's their tank, Reinhardt, also a very fun character. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to show you guys a variety of heroes. So I'm gonna use my ultimate here because it makes me go enraged and makes me do some damage and knock some enemies back. So I can maybe kill this Reaper. Or not. But it's fine. We'll have our ult again very soon. So let me just continue to basically just dive onto targets here and kind of just do some damage, cause some havoc, and die again. It's fun. How about we switch character now? So, since they have a Reinhardt, why don't I also just go Reinhardt? So this character is one of the best tanks you can pick because he has a big shield that he puts up, which has 1600 HP up there. And he can press E to unleash like a fire strike. He smacks with his hammer, and you can press shift to kind of dash forward and get to enemies faster or get out. So this Kree over here, that's what this character is called. Seemed to be very aggressive, but I got him. Let me just try to kill the again. Got him. So now I'm gonna go onto the objective and try to defend it. I'm being kept alive again by our amazing healer. I'm gonna say thank you. You press C and you can pull up a little menu of all the different things you can say. So to say thank you, I hover over that. Now I'm gonna set up on payload here and basically just try to defend it to the best of my ability. and hope that the enemy team doesn't slaughter me. So let me just try to do some damage to these fuckers over here. We both missed our fire strike, that's the E ability, but it's fine. Do it again. Still miss it, because I'm poo-poo like that. Now I could charge in there and try to kill their Reinhardt, but that is a little bit of a dangerous play, so I'll not do that. And there appears to be a McCree behind. He tried to use his ult, but got killed immediately, so... It's pretty good for us, because that means he does not have his ult again for a while. That is another ultimate in the game, Bob. He does a lot of damage, and has a lot of HP, but with the combined efforts, you can kill him quickly. Now, I might die here, because I'm kind of surrounded by everyone, but our healer's keeping me alive, so that's awesome. Now I have my ultimate, which is called Earth Shatter. If I press Q, I stun everyone in a little area in front of me, and just knock them down for my team to kill. Another reason why this character is so good. So, healer's keeping me alive again. Very nice of them. So as you can see, obviously their team does not seem to be able to push that well currently, because we are defending very well. So that Reinhardt just tried to use his ultimate, but he failed, so I'm gonna use mine instead if I can walk off and get in range here. But first I need to wait for the Reaper's ultimate to go back down. So yeah, as you can see, a little bit of toxicity there in the chat, but it's to be expected. Overwatch players do get quite toxic. Quite annoyed quite fast. But I still enjoy playing this game, nonetheless. And it's fun once you really get into it. It may seem difficult to understand at first, but it really isn't. It's fairly basic for a first-person shooter. Like, if you remember, Destiny 2 was much more complex in this game, and much more difficult to understand. Just kind of checking around to see if there isn't enemies there. But they appear to all be up front. So I'm just gonna keep protecting my team here with my big shield. But now I can walk up a little bit because I pushed back and I can ultimate. So I just got 2 people in my Earth Shatter there and was able to kill them. And I tried to push the Bob away there, but I guess he was already pushed by someone else. Let's just go back to the point here, make sure it's safe. And now there's 39 seconds left for us to defend. If we defend successfully, we win the game. But the one tip that I can give to Overwatch players, even if there's only like 30 seconds left, like right now, never get overconfident, because that will be the death of you and you will lose. Now I have to kind of push up a little bit here, which is not ideal, because the enemy is doing quite a bit of damage to me and there was an ult. So I couldn't hold forever and sadly died, but it's okay, we'll respawn and hopefully we'll be able to hold this final defense here. So they're pushing, and since they ran out of time, they are now in overtime, and that stays on as long as they are on point, but once we get them all off of it, the overtime will stop and they'll lose. So that is something that we're gonna try to do now. So I'm gonna have to play a little aggressively. But our Hanzo has this covered with his ultimate, while the enemy Hanzo tries to use his. And I'm gonna have to avoid that May bitch, because she's going to freeze me, and that's something that I don't want. And now there's only one left, so as soon as she dies, overtime goes down, and we win. And I get a little reward. Very nice. So, there you go. And this is something you don't want to do, because that is very mean. Instead, we say GG for good game, and we see a play of the game, which is the best kind of use of somebody's ability we saw in the match. And in this case, it was our Hanzo who got the play. And you see, people are getting toxic yet again. So let's just kind of re-queue here, and we can endorse players while we wait. So I'm gonna endorse this guy because he doesn't seem to have a high endorsement level yet. I'm gonna endorse our healer because she was very helpful, and I can also endorse the enemy team for playing fair, but I guess not because we queued into a game. But it's fine, you can still do it in the game. So I'm gonna endorse the enemy Mercy, which is this character, because she did not annoy me. So this time, let's play a Soldier 76, the guy we played in the tutorial. Let's play a little bit more of a range of characters. Again, this is a game that's already been kind of good. So we're just gonna kind of, since we are the DPS, we're gonna kill that guy while he's in his ultimate because he's bad. And we're just gonna kind of have to farm up our ultimate here. And the best way to do that, or the way I like to do it, is by still trying to kill some of the lower health targets, but mostly farming up my ultimate on the tanks. There's quite a bit happening there now. So I'm gonna take the high ground, and now I have my ult, so I'm gonna just take care of these guys. Very nice. And obviously, as you saw, we queue into lots and lots of different maps. There's a wide variety of maps, and they're all a little different, but they all have the basic same thing of defending or capturing the objective. And one tip that I can give to you when you are capturing an objective, which appears to not be happening thus far because we've only been defending so far, is to always stick close to the little payload here, or the cart, because it will automatically heal you a little bit. So that's always a nice little bonus to being on the objective. You get a little bit of healing. But we're gonna have to just kind of basically clear out more people here and kill that Bob, that ultimate, and get set on fucking fire, of course. But yeah, we're about to have our ultimate here again, so let me just go back to the high ground and hope that I can take up a better position here. And she is going to use her ult as well, which I barely survived, and 4 of my teammates did not. But it's fine, I can come from behind and hopefully pick up some kills. Maybe turn this around. Or die. Dying also works. So it looks like we're probably going to lose the first point here, unless we can get on point quickly, which we seem to be doing because we are contesting the objective. So let me just go to my team and help them out as best I can. Just do some more damage to my enemies. There's a little bit of a sneaky melee there. Let me just... So, since I was kind of low HP and kind of in danger, I had to get off the objective, which means that we lost it. And they got a little more time. But it's okay, because we can probably hold the second objective, I assume. Kill that guy there trying to sneakily flank around. Now, this guy is pretty low HP, but I am getting shot at, and I do not want to die. So he's using his ult there, as you can see. He ults are usually indicated by a quite loud voice line so that you can hear it and prepare for it. Make sure that you don't get absolutely destroyed by it. I'm just gonna use mine here. Get rid of some people that are being a little annoying. But I only got one kill. Sadly. But it's okay. We'll get it back in time. We're kind of just holding them here, which is always good because that's taking time off their clock. And adding to our ultimate charge. And this Pharah really does not like me, but I did kill her there, so I guess that problem is solved now. Now, as you can see, I'm trying to really focus down this one guy here because he is quite a strong character if you let him live for a long time, but thank God we got him now. And now they have no protection, so I'll be able to do this and hopefully pick up some kills. Yes, like that. But again, their tanks, who are supposed to protect the team, did their job very well there and protected the enemy team from my ultimate. And she is going to ult. And now the Pharah that has constantly been using her concussion ability kind of just saved my life because she concussioned me away from the enemy ultimate. But then unfortunately I did end up getting headshot by the enemy sniper. But it's okay, we'll respawn, we'll go back to the point. They only have 30 seconds left, so we'll hopefully be able to kill them quite quickly here. So, oh, I'm in a very bad position here. Just try to get out as fast as I can. That's where the sprint comes in. And you can see that we're gonna have to hold them here, and they're in overtime. And if you remember, once that goes down, we win. Which is obviously what we want. But they are doing a fair bit of damage to me, and I'm dying quite hard. But our Lucio seems to have this kind of covered, actually. Our two healers or supports are on point and actually holding it. That was impressive. They're doing a damn good job at it, my goodness. Very well done. So, let's just say GG here. And leave the game. Because I don't really care who got played the game that match. I'm gonna endorse my two healers again because they were very helpful, and I'm gonna endorse the enemy tank for playing fair and being a sportsman. And I can get rid of all this little crap that I don't really care about. Also, after each game, you automatically kind of save a highlight, like your best play of that game. So if I look at this, I get a highlight for being a lifesaver, apparently. So this is the best play I managed to do within that match. So this is when I used my ultimate that one time, which is a weird highlight to get, but oh well. And yeah. Also, every time you level up, what you can see up here, I am level. Each star represents 100 levels, and then the little number is the extra levels you have. Plus, you start off at a bronze kind of star system, and then you move to silver, then gold, then platinum, then diamond, and I think that's the max we have right now. So I am actually very, very high level. I think if you add all of this together, you need 5 stars, so 500 levels to move on to the next kind of tier, and I have 4 extra stars on this tier, so that means I probably have, as you can see, 764 hours in this game. It's been out for a while though, so please don't judge me. I am like over level 900 at this point. So yeah, every time you level up, you gain one of these levels, you get this. You get a loot box, and in this case an event loot box, which you can open, and it'll give you the different items that I explained. And if you already own the item, it'll give you some currency, some coins that you can spend on different ones. So yeah, these are, as you can see, you get blue items, you get the white items, the basic items, and whatnot. But yeah, I think that's all the time we sadly have for today. I hope I was able to teach you a little bit about Overwatch and maybe get your interest in the game going a little bit. And I'll see you guys tomorrow again with the next upload, which will also be Overwatch, and next week we'll do a different game again. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.